Are we live?
Ugh. It's been a hectic hour.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let us know if you can hear us so we don't
The microphones are on.
blab on like we did last
The
time.
microphones are on. Also, our camera was being ornery.
Ornery.
It wouldn't display on the stream, and I know everyone loves the black screen streams, but I didn't want to do one of those today.
There are best streams. But yeah, no, our neighbors had a guy come out and was power washing the siding on their house and the driveway, and he was doing it right up until 5 o'clock, which we usually film our Q&As and stuff right before this, so
I mean, we usually film them at like 4.
Cutting it close.
And we couldn't, it was so loud, so we were like, let's just wait until he's done. And we patiently waited, and he finally finished, and we really, really fast knocked out the Q&A.
Because we're pretty good at it right now.
We're pretty good at it.
Pretty good. No big deal.
We can answer questions.
We can do it.
We know this Star Wars stuff.
Piece of cake. Who is our stream sponsor for today?
Reefton, our good friend Reefton.
Reefton. Thanks, Reefton.
Who I don't think is in the chat because he's in Germany, and he's probably asleep. But thank you still, Reefton. We love
Hopefully, yeah, he's fast asleep, having Star Wars dreams. Oh, wait, he's here.
Yay! Hey, Reefton.
Maybe he's sleepwalking. And sleep typing.
Sleep watching.
Yeah. What's up, Reefton? You are today's stream sponsor. Yay! Yeah. What else have we been up to? We had...
Oh, I also, right before this, which is another stressful thing for me, we decided to fly out to Celebration a day early so that we wouldn't have to cover Kenobi and we'll watch Kenobi, do 2 videos about Kenobi, and fly out to Celebration all in the same day. So we're gonna fly out Tuesday and be there on Wednesday. So we'll be in Anaheim already.
To make our lives easier for covering Kenobi.
Yeah, and that's just an early start to Celebration.
Yeah, which, bring it on.
Yeah.
Let's go a week early.
It'll.
If it makes our lives easier, let's do it.
Yeah, but having to switch our flights and add more hotel days, that stresses me out. So I'm glad to be building this AT-AT, being abandoned.
This battery... Oh wait, no, is it plugged in?
I don't know.
It says it's not plugged in.
Looks like it's plugged in the back, but just make sure it's... Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
Oh, that might have been it. Yeah. The plug going into that brick was loose.
We've got a lot of stuff plugged in over there. It's like that outlet in A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Where there's like a billion things.
Just one too many. All right, let's get into some super chats here. Real quick, I'll read the super chat spreadsheet isn't updating. The spreadsheet thingy isn't updating. Or maybe it is. What did I just
Refresh?
do?
What did you do?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
I did refresh it.
Okay. We'll just go off the YouTube thing.
Deidre Russell, thanks for the 2 super chats here. Well, hello there. Hello there. And we need more of Molly playing Fallen Order. I had a blast doing that on Tuesday.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. We might try and stream it more on other random days, just according to our schedules, just so we can hopefully get through it before the Lego game comes out, but we'll see.
Because we will be streaming, whether or not we finish Fallen Order, we'll take a break to stream Lego Skywalker Saga. Mm-hmm. But you'll definitely finish Fallen Order before Fallen Order 2 comes out, whenever that is.
Whenever that is. What is happening?
Just hit Control here.
Fix it.
Where's the mouse?
I don't know.
There it is.
It still doesn't have...
Just go off the YouTube thing.
I didn't... Okay.
Stop scrolling so much.
The ones before this one are gone.
Scroll up in the chat. Should be able to do that.
Because I know J Bell's 2 super chats are on there. I just want to make sure I'm not skipping any. Okay. So J Bell had the first 2 super chats of the night. Thank you, J Bell. First up, how long should the First Order survive post Episode 9? Do you want them to fall quick so that we can move on to new stuff, or do you want them developed more? Get them out of here.
Yeah, I think I'm done with them.
And they're done with themselves.
Yeah, it's just the Empire again, and I was already, like, iffy about how, okay, the sequels are just doing the Empire and the Rebellion again, and, like, The Force Awakens just hit the reset button on the New Republic, so that was all frustrating. I think I'd be okay if they fell pretty quickly. I mean, I don't think they're dead at the end of The Rise of Skywalker. I think there's probably still some holdouts out there, but I don't need them to last for another 2 decades like the Empire did in Legends. It's like, I wish that the Empire had lasted longer than a year in canon, but whatever. That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not, because there are still Imperial remnants. They just officially surrendered, and then some of the other people are... So...
There's probably still going to be remnants of the First Order, but they're, they'll probably lay low for a while, and then they'll come out and call themselves something new, and...
No.
We'll just get it over and over and over.
No. Let's be done with that.
How do we have bad guys moving forward?
Just don't do the Empire again. Do stuff like the Nile. There are other options.
Yeah. We'll see if they go that route. And also, J Bell's second super chat. Why'd Leia take Luke/Han to the Rebel base if she knew they were being tracked? Oops.
I guess they had to get the plans to the rebellion. That was like their only option. I mean, she's also only 19. I mean, she's a very smart 19-year-old, smarter than I will ever be in adulthood. But still, it's like, I guess they were just like, let's get the plans to the rebellion so we can mount an attack. They still were able to evacuate Mon Mothma. She got out of there. So, yeah, I think it was just like, this is our only move.
Yeah, I think that's the answer, is that she had to.
She could have emailed them, I guess, the plans, but...
What is email called in Star Wars?
Holomail?
Holomail.
I mean, it does seem like, there's no PayPal in space, Han? You couldn't have just paid off your debts real quick to Jabba? Really, I think he didn't want to. I think he was more just like, look at all this money I just made. I have more than enough, and I'll pay off Jabba when I get around to it. And then he lost it all, and he's like, dang it.
There's probably
not again.
Something like PayPal in Star Wars, but I don't think anyone is monitoring that kind of thing, so probably no one trusts using it.
Han seems like the kind of guy that wouldn't trust banks or anything digital.
He's got all of his money in his mattress.
He doesn't seem to like droids all that much, so yeah, he just hides his money around the Falcon and loses it.
I have a significant amount of gold under that tree. Or is it under that tree? Maybe a different tree. Jane Dalton here with our new favorite question of the week. Thank you for the super chat. Can you name all of the Jedi survivors from the Geonosis arena right before Yoda arrives? Hint, there are 17, and I have them on my phone now. Thank you, Jane. Let me pull them up.
All right, let's see how many I can do now. Hopefully I don't forget some obvious ones. Like, okay, let's just get Ayla Secura out of the way because I always forget her and I feel bad about it.
Okay.
Mace Windu, Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luminara Unduli, Plo Koon, Ki-Adi Mundi. I said Luminara, right?
Yeah.
Fisto? Mm-hmm. Voltar Swan, Sora Bulk. Mm-hmm. And now we're getting to the ones... Have I forgotten anyone obvious?
Yeah. Not super obvious, but, like, there's 2 on there that we know are there because we see them with Mace and Revenge of the Sith.
Saesee Tiin! I forget about Saesee Tiin all the time. And Agent Kolar. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Alright, I should just remember that those 4. Okay. Those 4 are all there. And then it's just 13 more. So I think it was Saesee Tiin, Agent Kolar. I think the one that I was committing to memory recently is Joe-Clad Danva.
Which I'm just now realizing, is that Jean-Claude Van Damme a Tuckerization of that
Wouldn't surprise me.
name? I'm gonna say yes.
We'll have to look it up on Wikipedia. They usually know all the Tuckerizations. I think that's all I got. I feel like the rest of them are just noises strung together.
Just noises.
Uh-huh.
Who else? You said Boltar Swan.
Uh-huh.
Did you say Shakti?
No. You said there were only 2 obvious ones I forgot.
I thought you had said that one already. Rothdel Misona. And Teredos Gone. But you got a lot more that time. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Joe-Clad Danva.
Joe-Clad Danva.
You're that will probably help me remember that name better.
Jean-Claude
Yeah, the Jean-Claude Van Damme one.
Nay214, thank you for your super chat. Do you think Han, Luke, and Leia helped Palpatine's clone hide and keep Rey hidden?
What?
What? Do you think Han, Luke, and Leia helped Palpatine's clone hide? Oh, like his son?
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Well, I believe Shadow of the Sith. I think that's the book that's coming out later. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Luke meets Rey's parents, and helps them.
Really?
I think that was implied in the synopsis.
Oh. Well, he doesn't know that they're Rey's parents.
Well, no, like he doesn't know who Rey is at that time.
Yeah.
Obviously. He's, I think, just helping a family on the run from the Sith. I don't know that he knows. Like, hey there, I'm Palpatine's clone son.
Is Rey born at this time?
I think so. It's unclear, but I don't remember exactly what the synopsis said, but I believe she is.
That's interesting.
I think it happens while they're on the hunt for Lando's daughter, and they run into this other family that needs help.
So, yeah, it's possible. What about Han and Leia?
I mean, if Luke's involved, it's possible that they would appear too. And Lando. Luke and Lando.
Yeah.
They get, like, I don't think they're all gonna know, like, the true identity of this person. But I think they're gonna help them.
I'm excited for that even more now. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat because I had scrolled up so far.
I'm running out of... I might just need to slide this over.
Earlier,
right in front of you.
Earlier I asked Alex if this was its butthole back here. I want to put like a little pink Lego.
Like a cat.
John Thrower, thank you so much for the super chat. When do you guys think the next Fallen Order stream will be? I'm playing for the first time, making sure I stay just ahead of Molly to avoid spoilers. Oh, cool. Well, we're talking about maybe streaming it tomorrow. No promises on that, because it's dependent on some other stuff that we might be doing, but...
Basically the weather.
Yeah.
If the weather's nice, we'll probably go out and enjoy the day. If it's not, we'll probably stay in.
But every Tuesday is the concrete plan of when we're going to be streaming, and then other than that, it's going to be just whenever we have extra time.
Yeah, so definitely every Tuesday until April 5th, and then we're still going to do a gaming stream, but it'll be Lego for a little while.
I'm really into the game so far, and so...
I'm so glad you like it.
I'm happy to go more than one day a week to play it.
And I'm glad that story mode actually does seem to be, like, very forgiving. Like, the Ogdo Bogdo fight, I'm not...
It was hard, but, like, I got it on my second try.
Yeah. Like, Terran Malicos, I think, will still be a bit of a challenge, but for the most part, I think you'll do okay. You just need to remember to block and jump less. You turn Cal into a spaz, just like jumping around everywhere, swinging his lightsaber in the air.
Yeah, I keep spamming the jump button, thinking it's an attack button, and I was yelling at Alex because he'll be like, block, 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 and I'm like, tell me what button to press, don't tell me what it does, because I'm terrible at just like using the controller the right way, because I don't play very many games.
But then I tell you what button to press and you look down at it. And
I have to... I'll get the hang of it, hopefully. But right now I'm still kind of like trying to get the muscle memory of the buttons.
That's all it is.
And trying not to fall off edges. I put the clip of me dying in the first... Literally the first couple of seconds of the game. I have a clip of me somehow falling off the edge. We put it out on Twitter, and today I put it out on our TikTok. So go check us out on TikTok.
So impressive that you did that.
I got a little achievement.
I do think so. I would like to, when it's all over, put a montage together of just funny moments, and we can call it, like someone suggested, A Million Ways to Die in Space. I think that would be fun.
That, and also, you joked, but I almost pressed that button 66 times.
Mm-hmm. It's just interesting seeing you play a game like this, because I don't know that you ever really have. Where
I don't have the patience for stuff like this. I love watching you play games like this and watching other people play.
Well, it's just, there are things that are... I don't know, if you play enough games, you realize, okay, the game is trying to get me to try something else. And so the fact that you were just like, what am I doing wrong?
I'm stubborn.
You thought you were doing something wrong, and I'm like, you are not.
Cal was just like, it's gotta work.
Yeah.
It's gotta work one of these times.
Like an old man at the elevator, like, come on! Pressing the button makes it go faster.
At the crosswalk, I'm just like spamming the button. Yeah.
What do I do? Just turn around. But I was impressed that you were catching on to little subtle cues of the game trying to guide you a certain way. I remember you playing Uncharted, or trying to play Uncharted, years ago. And I was like trying to explain, look out for yellow things. Like, yellow objects are usually supposed to stand out, grab your eye, and be climbable. And Fallen Order uses red a lot more, but you were catching that, and you started to realize what you could and couldn't climb on.
That, and also, I think I tried to play Last of Us, And same thing, every time I get into a game like that, if it's not like very obviously telling me where I need to go next, I lose interest because I'm like, I'm lost and I could be here for hours.
And I think one of the things that taught me about that idea of a game guiding a player is from Left 4 Dead. There's a mode where you can play that game with the developer commentary on. And so there are little things you can go up to and basically, as the character in game, hit play, and it'll be like, in this part of the level design we tried to do blah blah blah, and they were talking about how they would use light to guide the players. We're like, there are a bunch of different alleyways that you can go down and explore, but the ones that are your objective are much more well lit. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Cool. TIL. Nerdy Seb, thanks for the super chat. What is an aspect of Star Wars you guys would like to be explored more of? For me, it's the science, but also seeing aliens and their similar ancestry. So an aspect of Star Wars we want to see explored more. Night Sisters. I feel like I say that a lot, but
They're cool.
I just think they're cool.
I just think they're neat.
Their magic is really cool, and like the idea that Night Sister magic exists alongside of the Force. I need to know more.
I mean, I would say that it is the Force. It's just a different way to use it.
Yeah. And it's not necessarily like dark side. They're using it for the most part for dark side stuff, but like...
Well, I think it is powered by the dark side.
So is Marin using dark side power when she uses magic?
I would say yes, but she's using it for good. It's a weird gray area. They say it is powered by the dark side. That dark side magic with a K
Yeah.
is powered by the dark side.
What else?
Maybe they'll change that.
I'm not like super into the politics stuff, but I do think we really missed out on a lot of New Republic stuff. So I'd like to see a little bit more of the New Republic pre, the whole Hosnian Prime incident.
Agreed. I hope that The Mandalorian in that era covers that. The New Republic has so far been... They're starting to do it in The Mandalorian, but I totally agree. I was very annoyed with Starkiller Base in The Force Awakens. I guess, I don't know, the unknown regions outside of the Chiss Ascendancy, that's always... the unknown is obviously very intriguing, and just, you can run into literally anything out there. So...
you're gonna think I'm joking, but the world between worlds.
No, I would love to. I love the world between worlds. I think it's one of the coolest concepts. And in general, I would say that I'd love for them to continue exploring weird Force stuff. Which, so far, I think they have a pretty good balance of, occasionally we'll do a Mortis or a world between worlds. Don't go overboard with it. But it's always fun to see something really strange pop up. Or the wellspring of life when Yoda learns to become a Force ghost and all that.
Is there a specific character you want to see explored more?
Jennifer Heddle on Twitter asked for hey, people who read the Star Wars books, what characters do you want to see more stories about from publishing? And obviously I put Cobb Vanth first.
First and foremost.
But the Alphabet Squadron characters, Eli Vanto, Cardinal, which somehow, I don't know, like his First Order days, I don't know. Ransom Casterfoe, Thane and Sienna from Lost Stars.
Yeah, I was gonna say the characters from Lost Stars, I feel like there's definite potential to see their story continued. And God, fingers crossed that we get to see that at some point, because what a amazing story. I need to reread that.
I see people asking for a sequel to that book all the time. I don't think we're going to get a direct sequel, but like a spiritual... Like, I don't think they're going to write Lost Stars 2. But a follow-up to Thane and Sienna, I think, would be really interesting, especially in the days of the First Order and how Sienna feels about fascism now. Because she was pretty pro-fascism in Lost Stars.
Yeah. Super Princess Kai, thank you so much for your super chat. If a Jedi, parentheses, example, an older Padawan, loses the lightsaber or it gets broken, do they have to go back to Ilum to get a crystal? This is a good question.
I think that's probably the default. Ahsoka, in the Ahsoka novel, she says that she didn't lose a lightsaber ever, but she did go back to Ilum to make her second one. So I would assume that's, the default, like, let's go to Ilum and make a new lightsaber. But there are probably other ways. The Force might call a Jedi somewhere else. But, yeah, I have a feeling Anakin just kept going to Ilum.
They know him there. They've got his picture up on the wall. Like, if you see this man...
Do not serve this man.
He's here for another crystal. We gotta keep an eye on him.
He might looks clueless.
He might be, like, reselling them.
Yeah. No one loses this many lightsabers. We're being hard on Anakin, because we only see him lose the one in Attack of the Clones, but he does say, not again.
Not again.
Obi-Wan's gonna kill me.
But yeah, I think it's safe to say that they need to go back to Ilum to get another crystal. Because, I mean, they're not just lying around anywhere.
Yeah. There are, like, maybe they would go to Jeddah, because Jeddah had Kyber crystals. Lothal supposedly had a deposit. So there were other options, but I think default was the gathering is at Ilum. Let's go back there.
Jamie Dorr, thank you for your super chat. If I get Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, I would go no further than Return of the Jedi. All right.
Is that not even to the prequels? That's like a third of the game.
Well, would that mean that they would do the prequels first and then...
I guess I don't know how it's gonna go.
I don't either.
I don't, like, in my mind, my default, speaking of defaults, my default is original trilogy prequels, sequels. So I guess it makes more sense to do it all chronologically. But all right, you do you, man.
Yeah.
You play 2/3 of the game.
I'm gonna stop at a point and just pretend like the rest of the game doesn't exist. That is okay by me. Guiguio, thank you for your super chat. What was your reaction to the Hollywood Reporter article on the Kenobi show? What was supposedly changed What was supposedly changed was not lining up very well with canon anyway. Seems like a poorly researched clickbait story.
It's the Q&A question of the week.
Yeah.
We need to get the Stream Deck over here and have a button to be like, you're getting a preview of the Q&A. But yeah, that is exactly how we feel. It's such a weird... I'm alright, I did it right. It's such a weird thing to, in the article, say that, like, we had a source tell us this, and then near the end of the article, like, write a bunch about it, and then near the end be like, and by the way, we had a completely different source say that it was not true. But anyway, like, that feels like crappy reporting.
Oh, it is.
It's just clickbait, yeah.
And here's the thing that sucks about this kind of thing. I do think it's like a story like this gets picked up by someone who's like a crappy reporter, and it goes out and it gets a lot of traction, and then it's trending, and then it's like the SEO numbers are bumped up really high. So then all of the other outlets are like, well, if we want to be trending, if we want to be part of this trend and get the get the clicks, get that traffic that's at its peak right now, we have to also write about this, which is just, it's unfortunate that that's the way that traffic works on the internet, because yeah, this was such a BS article.
And people
Maul was never going to be in Kenobi.
Yeah, I mean, that's what...
I'm pretty confident to say that.
Lucasfilm employees tweeted and said, this is BS. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm sure that Hollywood Reporter heard something. But, I mean, we've heard rumors of, like, a Maul series that was maybe live action, maybe it's animated. Like, those rumors have been swirling for a while.
Maybe it was live action, and then Ray Park went off the deep end on Instagram, and then they were like, animated! That sounds fine.
Or maybe at some point, someone threw that idea out, like, hey, should Maul be in this? And then, you know, someone said, well, in Rebels, he doesn't seem to know that Kenobi is alive, so, like you suggest, it doesn't line up with canon very well. So they're like, no, let's not do that. But yeah, it just seems like a bizarre decision anyway with Vader in the mix. Or I did read the article. I'm trying to remember what it said. If it was like, it was going to be about Maul.
I didn't even read it. I probably should.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I just spit everywhere.
It's like, I think it said that originally it was going to be Maul and they switched it to Vader, which makes so much more sense. So like that, I don't know. All this stuff doesn't line up to me.
We got the climax of Obi-Wan versus Maul in Rebels, and it was beautiful. So, like, don't need any more of that.
There's that, and it's also like, if you want to explore that, it just seems weird when Vader and Anakin is Vader and Obi-Wan is a much more powerful connection. And yeah, they already showed that Maul survived the Phantom Menace in Solo, but still, it seems very inside baseball, where it's like you would have to know the Clone Wars and everything that happened there to see what their relationship is now. I'm like, it just feels like having to do a lot of unnecessary heavy lifting. Anyway, in the article, they say that someone told them it wasn't true, and then other Lucasfilm employees said that it wasn't true. So I think that it was never true.
But hey, we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, and like, people won't read the full article. That's the worst part of it, is like they can...
Like me.
Right. But you had me to summarize it at least, where, you know, they put that little line in where it's like, a Lucasfilm source said that this wasn't true. But most people are going to see that article and be like, what? They wrote Maul out of Kenobi. And to be fair, there were absolutely rewrites. And they 100% shut production down and put it on pause, because I remember that. That was in 2020. I remember Ewan talking about it during Birds of Prey. Like, it was coming out and he was doing interviews. And someone asked him about it, and he was like, yeah, they hit pause on production just to make sure the scripts are as good as they can be. So there definitely were rewrites. I think they did change things around, but I don't think it has anything to do with Maul. I think IGN wrote an article that was like, they wanted to make the scripts more hopeful, which meant like the story was too bleak.
Yeah, which, I mean, I like bleak stories. Give me more bleak stories in Star Wars.
Well, it's like,
but it has to be hopeful for it to be Star Wars.
Yeah, well, bleak is okay. Like Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One, that's all well and good. Where like it's not a happy ending, but it does end on hope.
Yeah.
Where I think that's just the little line that needs to be drawn, is like, okay, how do we not make this end just like completely hopelessly?
I say that at the end, or I say that every time I work out. How do I make this end without it being completely hopeless?
Do you remember stickers anywhere?
I think I would.
I think you would
them,
too, but
I do not.
This says that there are stickers, and I don't know where they are.
They might have their own bag.
you would think it would come in this. Let me see if it's in here. Found them.
I was right. Deidre Russell, thank you for your super chat. Let's talk about villains. Why do they need to look a certain way?
Real quick, put these two, number 5, on those.
Okay.
Why do they need to look a certain way? Well, I think in Star Wars specifically, it's a fairly obvious story. Usually the bad guys look bad.
Yeah.
Like, they're not trying to be super subtle in Star Wars.
Yeah. No point in being subtle.
Yeah. Outside of Star Wars, I think villains very frequently look all kinds of different ways.
Yeah.
Like, I love the line in Lord of the Rings when they're discussing Aragorn, or Strider as they know him, where they feel like a servant of the enemy would appear fairer and feel fouler. Which, okay, we can talk about, because I brought this up when Star Wars Rebels ended. Because Palpatine does that to Ezra. He shows up as the kindly old man. I'm just trying to help. Can you help me out? Like,
I'm stuck in this mirror.
That's kind of the thing where he's trying to be friendly, but you know there's something wrong about him.
Yeah, you can kind of see it in the eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul, and Palpatine's soul is dirty.
He got a dirty
Straight
soul.
up dirty. So, yeah. I love when the villains are the least likely looking ones, like seemingly the innocent looking people. I enjoy that. But in Star Wars, I think, you know, they gotta be wearing head to toe leather and
I mean,
really out there.
Poor Maul. Like, that's or Savage. Like, was someone named that person Savage?
Savage.
And to be fair, he was a decent person when we first meet him, and then the Night Sisters turn him into a monster, literally. But yeah, that's the whole. Like, if you're born a Dathomirian Zabrak, that's got to be hard to overcome. To be like, no, I'm a good person. Like, no one's gonna trust you.
Don't judge a book by its face tattoos.
Agreed.
Oh, and Deidre Russell also sent in a super chat from when we were talking about my heroic death in Fallen Order, and
which one was that?
they said, I mean, it's called Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Which, you're absolutely right.
Aptly titled video game.
Yes.
I wonder if we still don't have, like, any information on the sequel, if it's gonna be Fallen Order 2 or Star Wars Jedi, new subtitle, if it's even gonna be about Cal at all.
I think Star Wars Jedi new subtitle is likely.
Yeah, I agree. I still can't decide. I feel split right down the middle on whether or not I want it to be about Cal again. I think I do. I think I would prefer we stick with Cal, but I'm also prepared for them to be like, and it's a new cast. I'll be like, all right, that's fine.
I'm looking at something because I saw someone put this in the chat earlier. EA canceled EA Play
Oh yeah,
for
I
this
saw
year,
that. Yeah.
which is sad because we are desperate to know more from them.
I was also hoping to go,
Yeah.
but
Maybe
I'm not
next year.
surprised because E3 was canceled a while back. So EA Play is very much like alongside E3. So if
Yeah.
E3's not happening, then it might not make sense for them to do EA Play.
Oops. They might have a panel at Celebration.
Yeah, I think they will.
Instead of EA Play for Star Wars stuff.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
That's everyone's hope, is that we will get the official... I mean, we've already been told in like an investor call that, yeah, Star Wars Jedi 2 is happening, but when?
Apparently they just announced E3 is not canceled.
Oh.
It's a digital event now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay. I think it was always just going digital. The in-person E3 was canceled. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, maybe EA Play will do something digital, or maybe the only thing they had to talk about was Star Wars Jedi 2, and they're like, we'll just go all in on Celebration.
That would be the preferred thing for us, I think.
Put stickers 3 and 4 on those.
Mako Soldier 7, thank you for your super chat. What do you both think of Kenobi having only 4 episodes at roughly 2 hours each? Ooh, I don't think they're gonna do 2-hour episodes.
Oh no, they're not. Like,
which numbers? 3 and 4?
3 and 4. No, I think 2-hour episodes would be a little much.
Yeah.
Hour episodes, I'm cool with.
They're not HBO.
No, the HBO doesn't do 2-hour episodes.
I know, but if anyone was going to do 2-hour episodes, it would be an HBO show. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be broken up more than that.
Moon Knight announced its first 4 episodes run times, and it's like 45, 50, 50, 53 or something like that. I'm like, that's great.
That's like the golden standard, I think, with shows like this.
I want them to have kind of like a 45, 50 minute average. If it were 45 minutes at the smallest runtime, I'd be like, yes. Mm-hmm. Because that's like a broadcast television.
I think Disney Plus probably wants all of the Star Wars shows to be similar in length. And they probably have a cap of like no longer than this much, like an hour and 10 minutes maybe, no longer than that.
Can I see that?
It's probably a Disney Plus choice over anything else.
Huh. These stickers. Oh, there it is. I had it upside down. I was like, these stickers look nothing like the stickers that they show on the...
Kasei, thank you for your super chat. Why didn't the Death Star just blast Yavin rather than going around it?
Out of universe, because all of that was done in post-production. The original script had them attacking the Death Star just somewhere in space. They just went and found it and attacked it. There was no ticking clock to destroy Yavin 4. So they didn't have any scenes of them discussing this planet that they had to orbit around. Mm-hmm. So there's your out-of-universe reason. In-universe, I don't know, maybe it doesn't work on a gas giant. Maybe you can't blow up a gas giant, you have to go around it. They had only tested it on 2 planets at this point, and they're like, maybe we shouldn't blow up this gas giant? Also, but this one's a Legends thing, the recharge rate on the laser, the super laser, would have taken a long time.
Yeah.
So it was faster to just orbit the planet, blow up the planet, the terrestrial body that they needed to destroy, mm-hmm. than blow up Yavin and then sit there and wait.
I think another reason would be that people like Tarkin and Vader and, you know, a lot of the other Imperials in charge, their egos are so big that they really want to get some of those rebel leaders from that planet and get them face to face just to serve it to them, you know? Just to be like, I got you.
You got served.
You got served.
You got Mon Mothma.
It's the same reason why Maul wasn't going to just send a a dark eye droid to go kill Kenobi. He wanted a face-to-face, like, moment. He wanted to see the life drain from his eyes kind of thing. Like, yeah. There's just too much at stake by just blowing the planet up.
No, that's true. There's a reason bad guys always get caught monologuing. It's like,
yeah. They got so much to say.
They have so much to say. They want to make sure this hurts as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's always something like that gets in their way. Jane Dalton, thanks for another super chat. Do you think Newt Gunray and the rest of the Separatist Council knew that Dooku was a Sith and involved with Sidious when they joined the CIS?
I have no idea.
I don't think they knew he was a Sith.
I don't know.
Because, well, Newt Gunray's like, oh, now there are two of them thing.
Well, yeah, but they knew about Maul. I kind of think they knew. Because Sidious, I mean, they knew Sidious was a Sith. Mm-hmm. And then Sidious was like, I'm sending my new apprentice, Darth Vader, to take care of you. I think they knew. Dooku
was Sith Light.
Yeah, sure. I'm okay with saying that.
Dooku was a Sith Light. He was more interested in the politics side of things.
Yeah.
Which worked out great for Palpatine. He was like, yeah, no, go for it.
I could see it either way. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows for sure. I don't have a source. I'm just going with my gut right now. I'm trying to remember if, like, Dooku Jedi Lost or anything else straight up says one way or the other, but I cannot recall.
He mentioned in Attack of the Clones that Sidious betrayed, so they went to Dooku.
That's true.
Yeah. Dooku said to Obi-Wan they came to him to complain about Sidious, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, so then it probably wouldn't be in their best interest to be like, I'm another Sith, and I won't betray you.
Yeah. I'm a good Sith. Whereas I'm good at my job.
Good catch, good call. All right.
That was from chat.
Yeah, I know. Whoever said that, I'm saying. Good catch.
Mm-hmm. Nerdy Seb and Guiguio both talked about that in chat. Michael Clace, thank you for your super chat. Been watching since Star Wars Minute. Can you talk a bit about the channel's growth from hobby to full-time job and how you handled it?
Sure. I don't know what you want to know specifically.
Thanks for having watched for so long.
The Minute days were like kind of an experiment while I had a full-time job, and I was like, I want to study for this trivia contest, and I think that maybe people would watch the videos, because as I was trying to study on YouTube, I was like, these videos are too long. They're all like 40 minutes about...
Are your Star Wars videos too long?
There has to be a better way. They were all good videos. But I was just like, I don't have time to watch all of this stuff. So I was like, I think there's room on YouTube for some shorter videos, some little bite-sized pieces. So I was like, I'll do that. Mm-hmm. And I'll see what happens. And it grew a lot faster than I thought it would. So I got away from the minute side, and I was like, oh, let's do like 3 minutes. And
yeah, we got rid of the minute name because, one, there was already a podcast that had that name first. And yeah, two, we wanted to make longer content, and so the name didn't really make as much sense. And earlier I saw someone in the chat asking how our videos ended up on Wikipedia. I think it was because of just how short they were.
That was part of it. I mean, they just asked.
Yeah, they came to us. They just reached
out and asked, and I was like, sure.
Yeah. But, so yeah, back then, in the early days of the channel, Alex was doing everything kind of like as a hobby. And yeah, we both had full-time jobs. I don't know how we did anything with full-time like office jobs. What a nightmare.
The minute days were easier.
Sure.
Because and at that time I was doing like 3 videos a week instead of 7. So yeah, a lot of it was just I don't know. I played it all by ear, like Indiana Jones. I made it up as I went and just did what I thought I could handle. I got good at making 3 videos a week, and I was like, all right, I've got a good workflow. We can add on like a Q&A. Started to just add more stuff on and experiment.
I will say early on, like the Q&As, when I started to be involved in them, I was like, I kind of want to be involved in this, but I'm terrified to talk on camera. Like, it's kind of like public speaking for me. I know right now there are 250 people watching us, but it doesn't feel like it because we're talking to a camera lens. But if I were to see 250 people in front of me, I would literally have a panic attack and die.
No, that's easily true.
Probably not, but, because if I know it's coming, I can prepare for it. So, like, stuff like Celebration, if we get a panel on that, I'll work my way through my anxiety, and it'll be worth it in the end, and I know that. But, so anyways, the Q&As, when
talking in front of 25 people in person is scarier than a live stream in front of 10 times that number.
Yes. And I remember in high school having to do any kind of speaking in front of like the class. I was just like, I would rather die. I would rather fail this class than do that. But anyways, I was like, I really want to be involved in the Q&As, but I don't know how. So I think I started out just kind of reading you the questions and saying very little about things. And then eventually I warmed up to the idea of talking through I
got things to say.
Yeah, I was like, I got some stuff to say. And for the longest time, I was like, literally no one cares about what I think. They want to know what you think. But now, I see people say that, like, they're happy that they get to see our 2 different points of view on stuff. So it's really fun.
Literally everyone says they like you more.
Well, I mean, just give me the channel. Hand it over.
I want to be on the Q&As.
Yeah, now it's how the tables have turned.
I don't know.
Thank you, Rick. Rick said me coming to the Q&As made the channel better.
I've brought this comment up so many times, but one of my favorite comments I've ever seen about the channel on Reddit was that they always liked Star Wars Explained, but ever since Molly joined, it was educational and entertaining.
I'm here for the
that
laughs.
Makes sense.
I'm here to take you down.
I'm here to answer questions. This is serious business.
Yeah, I'm here to take you down a couple notches, because he can get very serious talking about Star Wars, and I'm like, Palpatine lives in a mirror sometimes.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't know where that takes it. That's like 2016 probably.
So when we can talk about when we decided to do it full time.
That was 2018. It was after The Last Jedi, and you just had to
I had already
convince me.
I had already quit my office job at the time because I hated it and it was draining the life from me.
And I needed help.
And yeah, I was helping him with stuff. And then, yeah, I had to talk him into quitting his job at the time, his office job, and doing this full time. And that took a while. But I was like, look, it's gonna pay off in the end if we can do this full time. We can put more energy and more effort into everything and make more content. And now we're here.
And yeah, that was terrifying for me to do.
Yeah. Also, just really hard to do this as your main job, because like health insurance, we had to like figure out, and doing your taxes is really hard.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean,
it's all stuff that it's still worth it.
yeah, it's first world problems for sure, but it is difficult to figure all that stuff out on your own and be like,
yeah, like the first year of doing it was like, oh god, this is different and stressful and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know if you have any more specific questions, I can answer them. I don't really know what else to say about it.
I think we covered most of it. How we handled it, we just kind of flew by the seat of our pants for the most part, and we
just
kind of
hoped for the best. That's how I felt.
Hope for the best. Well, you know, oh, was that your stomach?
Uh-huh.
We made sure to really pad out the content. You did this. You padded out the content ahead of time.
So like have a bunch of pre-scheduled stuff.
Yeah. We have a lot of content already made, scheduled, ready to go, so that if we needed to take a break or need some time off or go out of town,
an emergency popped up.
Yeah, we could still have stuff come out. But yeah. Thank you for asking about real world stuff, because that's stuff that I enjoy talking about every once in a while on the LEGO streams. Dustin, aka Dustin, thank you for your super chat. Hey, I love your channel. Found you guys recently, and you're just excellent. Oh,
thanks, Dustin.
Thank you.
Or should I call you Dustin? Can I call you Dustin? Is
Dustin,
that all right?
aka Dustin. I started watching Resistance recently, and I'm enjoying it. Really like the visuals. Without spoilers, what are your thoughts? I think Resistance is a really fun watch.
It was fine. Like, it's not one that I'm dying to revisit. Like, I'm excited. Oh no, I dropped that. I'm really excited to like get back into Rebels. We're actually finally getting close to finishing the Clone Wars. I don't know. Resistance was fine. Like, it was a good dose of Star Wars every week that, you know, I enjoyed. But it's not something that I'm like gonna rewatch over and over.
Sure. If you go into it with the expectation of like, yeah, this is geared towards a much younger audience.
I mean, I don't think it did anything that was more young oriented than the Jar Jar episodes of the first season of the Clone Wars.
Sure, but like a lot of people said that Kaz reminded them of Jar Jar because he's like loud and obnoxious and clumsy
yeah.
and
Sure.
Which makes sense. But he was also like a really skilled pilot, so he was really good at stuff.
I did like that they always treated Kaz that way. It's like, yeah, they described him as like a bird, like a clumsy bird, where on the ground he's goofy, but get him in the sky and he will fly circles around you. I like that they always treated him well in that regard. And I did like Kaz a lot. Like, I got his action figure. I like Kaz the character.
Yeah. And it gave us hype Phazon.
Yeah.
It
gave us Donald Faison in Star Wars.
It brought Donald Faison into Star Wars, which in Alex's book is all we need.
I mean, it got me the chance to meet Donald Faison and jump on his back. So
just like Rebels brought Sarah Michelle Gellar to the group, and then I got to meet her in Orlando, which I think I blacked out in that moment because I don't remember it very well.
We have photo proof that you met her.
We have pictures, yes. Yeah, Resistance is fun, and there are a lot of cool connections to the sequel trilogy, and I won't talk about spoilers, but you get to see some stuff happen from different points of view that really makes it sink in differently.
I do feel like Resistance didn't get its chance to fully find its potential the way that the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels both did, where the first season is like it's an introduction to Star Wars for a younger audience. Like, you have to remember that this is another chance for a new generation to watch Star Wars for the first time, so you can't just jump into all the lore stuff. Star Wars Rebels had some very childish, just goofy episodes in its first season, and as you continue on, it got deeper and deeper into the Star Wars mythology. I think Resistance would have done the same. I think the cast members recently talked about how it got cut short because of Disney Plus. Like, Disney didn't want to have Star Wars programming on cable anymore. I don't know why they didn't just shift it to Disney Plus. Maybe it wasn't doing as well as they hoped.
Contracts would be
maybe
involved. Yeah. I think Resistance is very unique in that it gives us so many new points of view. We see the Star Wars world from the eyes of kind of like everyday people living on the Colossus, but we also get to see it from people like Yeager, who has a storied past in the
Rebellion.
Sorry, in the Rebellion. But like now we get to see what his life is like. And I don't know, I just think all that's really interesting to see. And there's no Jedi. No Jedi stuff. Get that Jedi stuff out of here for now. And yeah, we get to see a lot of cool stuff going on in there. And every now and then we get to see Poe, and he'll come in, and you'll get that reminder of like, oh yeah, this is very much connected to the sequel trilogy story, and you get that reminder often. So I'm sure whenever we get around to it, we were just talking about how we're almost done with the Clone Wars, and then we're going to start rewatching Rebels and do videos for all of those episodes and Patreon commentaries and stuff. And then eventually we'll probably get around to Resistance. Jane Dalton with another super chat. Thank you, Jane. How many people had body parts cut off in the live-action movies?
Oh, man.
Parentheses, I don't know the answer to this. I'm legitimately asking. Wasn't this a Schmodown question?
In all of the movies? I don't think so. They've done specific movies before.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess
true. Maul's legs count.
Yeah, well, yeah, Maul got cut in half.
Anakin's arm. Zam Wessel's hand. Count Dooku's hands. And then...
And head.
Do we count Anakin again in Revenge of the Sith? I don't think so.
I would count that again.
That's just the same character twice.
Same person, I guess. So yeah.
But Mace Windu.
Mace Windu's hand.
Gree and that other clone trooper get their heads cut off by Yoda. Ponda Baba. The Wampa.
Jango Fett.
Oh yeah, Jango Fett. Is head a body part? I guess it is. I don't know.
Yeah. If you get decapitated, that counts.
I don't know why that feels different to me. I guess I'm so used to people losing limbs. What did I say? I said Ponda Baba, Luke, and I said the Wampa.
3PO.
Does that count? He gets rebuilt. I guess so does Anakin. So does Anakin and Luke. So yeah, I think 3PO should count.
Yeah.
But just once. He gets dismembered a lot.
Yeah.
That's 12. Vader again in Return of the Jedi, but I'm not going to count that.
Nerdy Seb said Snoke was fruit ninja'd. Oh my. I don't know enough about that game to get that, but I like the term.
I'm trying to think if anyone... No one loses a hand in Force Awakens. So Snoke. Did anyone lose anything in The Rise of Skywalker?
I don't think so.
I'm up to 13.
I'm like, man, I know I want to rewatch the prequel movies to get ready for Kenobi, but I think I might need a rewatch of all the movies. Ooh, the guy in the elevator in Solo, he loses his arms.
Oh yeah,
that would have
Good
fit
call.
me perfectly.
Good call.
Does it happen
Put
in
sticker
Rogue One?
number 1 on that.
I'd love to.
Oh, forgot I took it.
So how many is that?
I counted 13, then you added 14.
The alien. Oh, Bulio. Aaron in the chat pointed out.
I'm about to
Bulio.
argue that heads don't count. They do.
No,
they
heads
do. They count.
absolutely
I'm
do
just-
count. Which one? One?
One, yeah.
Is
Also,
it
it
double
happens
sided?
off screen.
No.
Huh?
There's 2 ones.
Here, you're probably gonna go ahead and. I assume that's gonna go on. I'll double check. Yes.
I think we got most of them. If we counted deleted scenes, unclear plot, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Grievous. Kinda.
Yeah, if we're counting 3PO, then you have to count Grievous. Droids and cyborgs, I'm like, okay, let's calm down. They're
Yeah.
fine.
We did say the Wampa. Man, yeah, there are a lot. Although I'm surprised there aren't more people or just characters in general losing hands in the sequel trilogy. Yeah, we counted Mace Windu. I think we got most of them. What about the Acklay?
No. But we
yeah.
did count the Wampa.
Yeah. we could go for more, but that's getting into the nitty gritty. Rick Villanueva, thanks for the super chat. Yeah, okay. Hey guys, ducks are canon, but they need a Star Wars sounding name. What would you rename them? Quackers.
Cood. K-C-U-D. Just spell it backwards.
K-C-U-D.
Mm-hmm.
Cood. That's such a weird word. Oh, I like quackers.
But ducks are canon. They've been canon since, like, the A New Hope novelization. Obi-Wan says something about ducks to Luke, and he says, "What's a duck?"
What's a duck? Joshua Bernard, thank you for your super chat. Hi, Alex and Molly. Why do you think Obi-Wan chose the name Ben? Was he a big fan of Ben Quadraneros?
Satine used to call him that, so I'm gonna assume it has something to do with that.
Man, we keep bringing Satine up, and it's gonna be hard to see Obi-Wan just like so sad, and if he does I don't know if he'll bring up Satine, but he's thinking about what could have been.
Satine feels like a lot to bring into that series.
I don't think it'll happen.
The casual fan.
If it did, that would be cool.
Dropping that, like, Obi-Wan had I mean, they could do it. They would just have to explain it very well somehow in the series. But dropping that Obi-Wan had a relationship with a woman that he would have left the Jedi Order over. I mean, it does make sense to bring that in a way because of everything going on with Anakin and the parallels to his story. But I think that would confuse a lot of people.
Yeah. As far as him being a fan of Ben Quadinaros, I hope so.
Well, everyone was.
Yeah. Everyone was rooting for him until this little kid named Anakin came along and became the golden boy of pod racing.
But he kept on pod racing because Anakin had a Ben Quadinaros and Sebulba poster up in the Clone Wars in his room. Love it.
Chef's kiss.
Which, yeah, apparently in Anakin's absence, Ben Quadinaros and Sebulba became rivals. Like the poster says it's the greatest rivalry in the sport.
Yeah. Man. Good stuff. Deidre Russell with another super chat. What a great lesson for kids, though, if Star Wars gave us a fair-looking villain. But going back to our talk about villains. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Teach kids to don't always judge a book by its cover from both angles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't take candy from strangers. Ever.
Oop, messed that up.
Theron Fiction, thank you for the super chat. Are there famous female pilots in Star Wars? I mean, Hera.
Jess Pava, Hera.
Hera's a big one.
Tali Lintra.
Rey, I would say, is kind of famous for. She broke out the Falcon.
I'm going no Force users.
Okay.
That's cheating. Luke Skywalker is not a better pilot than Wedge Antilles.
True.
Luke's cheating.
Just because he can use the Force, yeah, that's cheating. Domino's I just had an alert from Domino's and it says it's your lucky day.
Is it?
Order carry out online to claim your $3 tip to use on it. No, I'm not ordering Domino's.
But it's our lucky day. Oh man, Erica Quell from Alphabet Squadron and Chas from Alphabet Squadron. Sienna Rhee was a good pilot in Lost Stars.
Who's the...
Just need to look at...
the one from Light of the Jedi.
Was it a Jedi character?
Mm-hmm.
That's cheating.
Oh.
I'm kidding. But there were a lot of... Like all of the... I think it's Indira Stokes.
Indira.
I think she was known for her piloting skills, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just staring at books.
Who flies the ship in Fallen Order?
Grease.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if Seer...
Oh, but that reminds me of Juno Eclipse, your pilot in Force Unleashed.
Yeah. Did we say Jess Pava?
Yes.
Deborah Chow.
That's true.
As an X-Wing pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty. Plenty. Bakey, thank you for your super chat. I think this was from earlier when we were talking about both of us being on the channel. It says, it's thanks to your winning personalities. I never understood that. Winning personalities. What is my personality winning?
I don't think I have a winning personality. I think I'm very dry, or at least on camera.
Yeah, you...
If it's just me, I'm a no nonsense, like, let's answer these Star Wars questions. This is serious business. You bring out the more fun side.
Because I have to. If I don't, no one will. Rick Villanueva with another super chat here. Thank you, Rick. Have you ever had to change a pre-recorded episode because of an announcement?
God, yes.
Yes.
All the time, honestly. I mean, it's usually not a big deal, but I'll do like a complete timeline of so-and-so video, and then they'll appear randomly in a comic, and I'm like, why? Who did this to me?
Maul showing up at the end of Solo. It's like,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of... I know I had to do it fairly recently, and I'm trying to remember why. It was like 2 weeks ago.
I remember, like, every time they would come out with a new TIE Fighter variant, like, you'd have to redo those videos.
Well, those like, I do those every year or two.
Those weren't
anyway.
really pre-recorded, though. They were already out.
There was something that just happened that I was like, I gotta go redo this. And I can't remember what it was.
Was it High Republic?
I don't think so. I don't know. But yeah, it definitely happens. That's the downside to having a lot of like videos done and ready to go, is that they're gonna drop something. Mm-hmm. This is not...
Especially if we're out of town. Always prepared.
Yeah. This is not the same, but I remember vividly when The Force Awakens came out and everyone was obsessing over TR-8R, the stormtrooper with the wappity stick, they called it. I don't know, people just turned that into a meme for no reason. They loved Traitor. And I had just read that Before the Awakening book, and I was like, I have a theory that I know who, like, we could say that this character is TR-8R. Like, it kind of lines up. It was someone who was good with melee combat and beat Finn in a training session and also didn't really like Finn. And so, like, I'd put all this stuff together and I was like, they're never ever going to confirm who this is. But this is a fun theory, and I think I figured it out.
Ever.
And then the next day, they confirmed who it was on StarWars.com, and basically there were two choices of stormtroopers who it could have been in his squad. Mm-hmm. It was either FN 2000 or FN 2199.
And it was
And it's 2199, and I said it was 2000. Because he beat Finn in melee combat. Like, that makes so much more sense, and I'm convinced, StarWars.com team, that you saw my video and were like, we're gonna make it the other one. Just to annoy him. I was like, come on!
We gotta... next time we see literally anyone from the story group, maybe Matt Martin would remember this. We gotta be like...
Oh, we have friends...
Come on.
I gotta look up who wrote that article.
Tell me about it.
We gotta look up who wrote that article, and I'll be like, tell me you did that. Tell me you did that.
Oh, man.
It's rude is what it is.
It's... They're just messing with us all the time. Well, we love it. Wouldn't have it any other way.
That was 5 years ago. More than 5 years ago.
And you're still fuming about it.
I'm still furious. I haven't let it go. I was more just reminiscing. But
Yeah. Oh, I like this question. J Bell, thank you for another super chat. What are the biggest plot points you've spoiled for yourselves as a result of keeping up with rumors/leaks? Did you know Han was gonna die, for example? Well, I know the first one that comes to my mind is Ben so Kylo Ren, that image leaked of Rey and Ben standing next to each other holding the blue lightsabers. I saw that image. I don't know how long before the movie came out, but when that leaked. But I heard that an image leaked, and I was like, this was my own fault, because I kind of went looking for it.
I saw it on Twitter.
You saw it when it was, like, out there, but then...
Not looking for it. It was just on my Twitter feed.
Oh.
Like...
You were, like, always on Twitter, I guess.
Yeah,
then.
but that was, like, September. It was... Like, no one should be posting spoilers from a movie that comes out in 3 months. I was not happy.
I just saw people talking about it, and I went to Reddit to find it. So that was my own fault. You got spoiled on Maul being in Solo.
Yep.
What was that from? Was that?
I think that was YouTube comments.
Was that from looking? So
No,
that wasn't
I was
from
not. I was not.
looking for leaks
I'm
/ rumors.
pretty good at not spoiling myself. Like, I'm part of the Reddit Leaks subreddit, but I don't think they have ever legitimately spoiled me on anything. Like, I keep up with that subreddit for news, but they do a really good job at labeling, like, this is a wild rumor, or this is very credible, spoilers inside. Mm-hmm. So, like, I stay away from that stuff, and I usually just read headlines to see what I want to read. I think it was YouTube comments that caught me for Solo, where I just wasn't being careful enough. Because usually I will, like, the second the movie premieres, wherever, and then there's like a week where before the movie actually comes out, usually I just get off of everything at that point.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else that was, like, majorly spoiled for us. Maybe some of the stuff for Kenobi?
Yeah, I guess.
Which, I mean, that stuff still hasn't been confirmed, but I guess we'll figure it out in a couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there's always stuff like Katie Sackhoff being cast, and that Bo-Katan's gonna appear. Like, I don't know, that stuff doesn't really bug me, casting and that a character will appear. Mm-hmm. That kind of stuff doesn't bug me unless it's Maul.
This just popped into my head randomly, but do you remember when we had the season finale of season 2 of The Walking Dead spoiled for us? Was that season 2
no,
or
season 1?
That was season 1.
Because it was filming around the corner from where we lived.
Yeah, we used to live in an apartment complex in a different part of the city, and they were filming the finale for the first season of The Walking Dead, like, right around the corner from where we lived, and so we were like, let's go over and, like, see if we can see some stuff.
We were just like, let's go watch them film it.
Yeah, but they weren't actively filming while we were there, were they?
Yeah, they were. I mean, it wasn't anything, like, none of the stars were there. It was all kind of second unit stuff.
Yeah. But we were kind of standing across the street from the Cobb Energy Center, and this guy who was working on set, I guess, like, walked by. And
they're just one of the crew members.
One of the crew members, and we were just like, hey, or maybe he said hey to us or something.
Yeah, he just, like, saw us watching them film, and he just came up and started chatting.
Yeah.
He was very friendly.
Yeah, he wasn't telling us to leave or anything like that, but he just was like, oh yeah, this stuff's really cool. They're filming the big finale where they go to the CDC and
blow it up.
And we were like,
oh, okay. And we were like, I was into the comic. I was excited to see the show. And he was like, yeah, this is from the season finale. They go to the CDC and then they blow it up. And I was like, cool.
Cool. Thanks, dude.
It's like he didn't mean anything malicious by it. He was just trying to be friendly and, like, give us a scoop.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, I'm not that kind of person.
You know what, though? We should have just gone straight to the internet and said, I have a scoop.
If only. Walking Dead leaks on the subreddit.
Yeah.
It is 7:30. I'm done. Do you want to build your camera or anything, or?
Yeah, I can keep going on. Or, I can start my Spice Girls.
I have that too.
Pippin knocked my camera over.
You're probably going to finish the camera, but...
Yeah, Alex surprised me with the Spice Girls little brickhead set. I love it so much. But Pete from Adagas pointed out that Posh Spice looks like Snape. And she does. But yeah, I'm gonna work on these at some point in the stream. But yeah, you can take over. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Okay, you finish your camera.
I'll finish my camera.
Paxton Rutledge, thanks for the super chat. Likes the tandem green today, Molly. Yay. It's St. Patrick's Day, so I'm wearing my Irish Boba Fett shirt. It says Mandalore's Double Strength IPA. Bounty Hunter's Ale. And it's got a picture of Boba Fett, and this was a Secret Santa gift 3 years ago, I think. 2019 Secret Santa gift. 2.5 years, I guess. Question, have you ever applied to work for Lucasfilm, or have they offered you a position? No. I have no idea how one becomes a keeper of the canon. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that would be the only thing I'm really qualified for, maybe, is to be apprentice to Leland Chi or something like that, to just know things and to keep a spreadsheet. I'm great at keeping spreadsheets of all the various things that someone might need to know. So yeah, I feel like Leland Chi's job is the only thing I might be able to do at Lucasfilm. I don't really trust myself to... and I don't fully know what a member of the story group does, for example. I know they help guide stories, but they aren't like trivia masters. They're more storyteller aides, and yeah, they know things to fill in knowledge gaps. But I don't know, people act like, well, it's the story group's job to keep canon in line and make sure it all lines up, and that's not their job. Their job is to tell the best story. And I don't know, I didn't major in English or anything. I didn't major in storytelling, so I don't know. Also, I don't know that I would want to be part of making Star Wars, you know? It's something that brings me so much joy. I'd be interested to talk to someone about, like, everyone that works at Lucasfilm is a huge Star Wars fan. So I wonder how their perspective of Star Wars has changed when they get spoiled on stuff. Everyone at Lucasfilm probably knew that Maul was going to be in Solo. So do they get annoyed at that, or is it just part of the job? I don't know. I'd be interested to see if anyone at Lucasfilm ever was, like, bothered by that trade-off. But I agree with you. I have no idea how one becomes keeper of the canon, how Leland Chi wound up with that job. It is a pretty cool job.
Okay.
MC121776, thank you for your super chat. In canon, what species that has not had a named Jedi character would you most like to see have one? Named Jedi...
What species?
Yeah. What species would you like to see as a Jedi?
Gagarin.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. What Moroff was in Rogue One, the big white fluffy character. Be so cuddly.
I know that we've already seen a Basilisk. We got Pong Krell, but I'd like to see, like, a genuinely good Basilisk Jedi.
Oh yeah, I think I got messed up on this part.
I'd like to see a Kaminoan and how they handled a lightsaber with their giant neck. I guess that's similar to Yarl Poof, and he seemed to do okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I got it. This is the answer. Anzelin.
Oh, tiny. Oh, teeny tiny.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That's something that I think the High Republic has done a really fun job of, is...
I've closed all my rings.
You closed your rings.
Oh, wait, no. Just my movement ring.
Did you have a poop ring?
What?
Did you do enough poops to close your ring?
I don't know. I don't have the poop ring on here.
Oh, well.
I also didn't just poop.
You gotta track your poops.
I haven't hit my standing goal yet.
But yeah, the High Republic has done a lot of fun Jedi characters, like Orbelin, the archivist, who was made of jelly. I forget his species name.
Yeah.
But like someone stabs him and he's like, that's cute. Did nothing to him. Or the Quartermaster in Out of the Shadows is like a ball of gas. They're doing a lot of fun stuff with Jedi in the High Republic.
I just don't know how this fits on here like this.
Ooh, a Doug Jedi would be fun. Fit Kisto.
Unless... Does it want me to attach?
Do you need help?
Okay. This piece... Stand by.
Oh,
boy.
man.
That one just went off the edge. That's
Chaos.
okay. That's okay.
Chaos.
So that goes on like that. There, I think. Does that look right?
Uh-huh.
Flip over, and it wants me to put this... Oh, wait. I think I figured it out. I think this piece clips it on.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't... This is all flat. Doesn't fit on there. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
We're all fine now. How are you?
Super Princess Kai, thank you for the super chat. Speaking of being stuck in a game, when I played KOTOR for the first time, I got, at the beginning of the game, all I did was just escape the Endar Spire, and I got stranded on Terrace for a long time. I feel like I've played Terrace so many times at this point. I've played KOTOR a lot. I haven't played it all the way through every time, so it's like I always just wind up wandering around on Terrace.
Never played it.
We'll have to make you play the remake.
Yes. I'm okay with that.
We'll see what it's like. Story mode, thanks for your super chat. It says, I like Star Wars.
Hey!
So do we.
You're in the right place.
Good job, yeah. Glad you found your way here. Oh, Brad Monasteer says, make Colonel Gascon a Jedi. It's, yeah, one of his speeches. I just love a team up of tiny Jedi. They could get so much done, I feel like.
Yes.
And Zach Bodwin, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Gascon would be a great character for the Bad Batch. Reunite him with Gregor. Great idea.
Ooh, yeah.
Love that idea.
He would fit right in.
Yeah. Because I think there are enough people curious about what happened to him after the Clone Wars. Bring him back. Him and D-Squad.
Hi, buddy.
Oh, here comes Hilo.
Hi, sweet boy. Oh, you bumped your head.
Blue Productions, thank you for the super chat. Hey Molly and Alex, just want to hop in and say that your positivity is so infectious, and I'm so inspired by your passion and creativity. Love your channel and keep it up.
Aww.
Thanks, Blue.
Thank you.
We are going to try to keep it up.
I aspire to have infectious positivity.
Dan Ben asked if Terrace is canon. It is. I'll throw this trivia question to Molly because I can't remember it. But do you remember the Senator of Terrace from Rogue One? The woman in like the gold
Oh.
hood outfit.
Paloma?
Oh, I think that's right.
Yay! I think it was Paloma.
You're remembering a lot more than I am lately. My brain is just like, it hit 35 and it was like, I'm done. No more of this.
I remember things. I only remember that because her name shows up in the captions.
Deidre Russell, thank you for another super chat. Not looking forward to Molly playing through Kashyyyk. Spiders terrify me. Have to let my 13-year-old take control. Is Molly scared of spiders?
Yes.
Buckle up.
Oh no! Are there a lot of spiders?
Kashyyyk got spiders.
I already was freaked out by the ones on, what planet were we just on?
Oh, Zepho?
No.
Or Bogano.
Bogano.
The little, like,
They had,
skitter
like-
things?
They had little
Little mandibles?
mandibles. Ugh. I don't like it.
Well, they're gonna get bigger.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Ooh, a little viewfinder. This is neat.
Let's see, you got Zepho or Dathomir. You get to choose where you want to go next. Where are you gonna go? Zepho or Dathomir?
Zepho.
Okay, good choice.
I remember you saying something about I shouldn't go to Dathomir first.
I mean, on story mode,
I mean, that's where
you could
Malakos
probably do it
is,
just
so.
fine, but
I think I need some more practice before I try and tackle that beast.
so I think you've got Zepho. I think you basically go to every planet twice. So, yeah. We could probably get through your first Zepho run in our next stream.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Danman points out that Kashyyyk also has the giant slug things.
Exciting.
I'm trying to remember all that. I feel like Zepho had the most annoying enemies. Those stupid rats. I hated those rats. Kashyyyk in the Shadowlands definitely felt bad, though. But I like that you got to see it. It was better than KOTOR's version of the Shadowlands, I think. Like, the Shadowlands are supposed to be somewhere where it's like, if you go there, you're gonna die.
Ooh.
And so I felt that more in Fallen Order than I did in KOTOR. KOTOR has, like, these fun little monkeys down there. Speaking of Fallen Order, Mr. Showman wants to know our favorite lightsaber design, and mine is Cal Kestis's from Fallen Order.
Oh, of anything?
Mm-hmm.
Favorite lightsaber
I think
design.
we talked about this last week,
Yeah.
and I think I know your answer, but let's see if it's changed.
Ray's
Yep.
yellow lightsaber.
That's what I would have guessed. Where is that? I think it's over there. Behind the bookcase.
Back here?
Is it not? Maybe I put it in the closet. Never mind.
I think we have it in its case.
Oh, yeah, it's in the closet. I need a place for...
Yeah, I would like to display that one.
Yeah. I've got more hangers. We can hang it up in your room.
We gotta hang all those shelves still.
That's all you.
It's not all me. I just poured my drink on my face. Where it belongs, I guess.
Vex431, did you see the Ms. Marvel trailer? Thoughts on Marvel airing shows simultaneously with Star Wars for a few weeks? I am surprised.
Yeah, you brought that up the
Yeah.
other day.
A, the trailer looked good. B, I'm excited to finally see footage from it. One of our good friends worked on it for a long time. She was, I think, the producer's assistant.
That sounds right.
But yeah, she's been talking about Fallen Order for a good long while. Not giving us like spoilers or anything, but just saying that it was a really
Yeah, that it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming, and it's been a really fun production. So I've been like looking forward to seeing it. It feels like it's been in production forever. So I was like excited to finally see stuff about it and get to know the character a little bit, because we're getting into Marvel characters that I'm like, I have no idea anything about these people. I don't know anything about Moon Knight. I've read a couple issues of Moon Knight because I wanted to try to get up to speed, and I got a Ms. Marvel comic because I just want to get to know them a little bit. But I'm excited that I don't know anything about these characters. I'm so psyched for Moon Knight.
And that's why we're doing Explain It to Me.
Yeah.
Because we don't know anything about these shows.
Although I'm like, how are we going to do Ms. Marvel Explain It to Me? We'll have to revisit that. That might be like a...
Yeah,
when
depends.
Kenobi's off.
Yeah, we might have to just
That might
do
be
it after the fact.
okay, so that's a good segue into them airing two big shows at the same time. On the one hand, Molly pointed out that they're very different shows. So it's like the demographic crossover is there, but it's not. It's probably not as competitive as like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. If Kenobi and Falcon were on at the same time, I feel like people would be making harder choices of like, what do I watch first?
Yeah.
Also, like, most people are normal and not like us. Where
Most people.
they can easily watch 2 shows in a day. We're the ones that are like, oh my goodness, how are we going to watch Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ms. Marvel?
Oh my goodness.
Oh my stars.
Oh my stars.
Oh my Star Wars.
Yeah, Miss Marvel is going to be the show that younger girls are obviously going to want to watch. Kenobi is more of an adult show.
Yeah, it appeals more to original trilogy and prequel trilogy fans, I think. And of course, just Star Wars fans as a whole, but I think its core audience that is like super psyched about it are probably people who, at the very least, grew up with the prequels.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still, like, I always knew this was going to happen, that Disney Plus would eventually have 2 shows, like big Marvel shows and big Star Wars shows on at the same time. I'm surprised that it happened now. I thought it would take a little longer than, like a year and a half? I think WandaVision started in January of last year.
Mm-hmm. I think they're just trying to catch up and get their schedule back on track after COVID and everything.
Yeah. It is, like, the MCU specifically has more of a schedule, where Star Wars is kind of like, we can put out whatever, whenever. Mm-hmm. But the Marvels movie comes out next year, I think. So Ms. Marvel, it's like, that has to come out soon.
We have to know who this character is.
And what Black Widow had to come out before the Hawkeye show, and I think it connected to something else. It's like they have story beats that have to happen at certain times. WandaVision had to come out before Doctor Strange 2, and it came out in plenty of time, but it is interesting that they have more of like these stories definitely have to come out before these other stories, whereas Star Wars is like, Kenobi probably doesn't connect to The Mandalorian, so no big deal.
Yeah. But maybe it will. Might see Ahsoka. My stomach is starting to growl. I forgot what it was like to feel hungry.
To what hungry?
To feel hungry.
Yeah, you've been eating a lot. In a good, like, in a good way.
Wow.
You've been bulking. You've been working out.
I'm not bulking.
You're working out a lot.
I'm trying to eat more protein.
And you're eating a lot of protein?
Yes. I've been forcing myself to try and get 115 grams of protein every day, and it's harder than you would think. Or as Alex calls it, you've been eating a lot.
Sorry.
I'm building that muscle, that summertime muscle.
Aaron asked, thoughts on No Way Home? Is it your favorite Spider-Man?
No.
No.
Tobey Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man 2 is still my favorite Spider-Man movie. And yeah, the Tobey one. I liked No Way Home a lot. It was super cool to see all that stuff. And it gave me a whole lot of appreciation for Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. That I watched both of those movies and didn't really care for them. But walking out of No Way Home, I was like, oh my God. That might be my favorite. In that movie, I think Andrew Garfield was the most endearing one. I liked him a lot.
Yeah. Mostly because he was, like, making fun of himself a lot.
Yeah, and that's endearing. I like that.
Yeah.
Peter number 3. He's number 1 in my heart.
You just said you like Spider-Man 2.
The movie.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 is the best movie. But in No Way Home, Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Maybe that's what they were asking, honestly. But I almost missed. Deidre Russell had another super chat. Thank you. Wait till Molly has all the elemental nature parts. I bet she will love those, especially in the dark metals, the lightsaber parts.
Ooh, yeah.
I think that is my top lightsaber over there.
The one with the horn on the end?
It's a Rancor tooth.
The tooth on the end.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel bad because, I don't want to know that someone pulled a Rancor tooth.
That's true.
I don't want that.
Oops.
Shame on you.
Oh. Also, it's not that practical. It looks cool, but you can't hang it on your belt as easily. It does have a little hanger, but I like the C-clip.
Yeah.
People are saying you're getting swole. That's a better way to put it. You're not eating more, you're getting swole.
Yeah. I'm getting swole enough to beat you up. I gotta get swole for celebration. So I can give everyone super hard hugs.
Idris Syed asks if we want Mace Windu to come back.
I personally don't really.
I don't either. Not in a post episode 3
I know a lot of people do, and that's fine. But yeah, there's not really any part of me that wants to see him come back and to see them force fit that into the storyline.
Yeah.
I think they've gone too far. They would have had to have done it by now.
Yeah. It's just this is in the news again. I feel like it happens every year or two where Samuel L. Jackson just... Someone asked Samuel L. Jackson if he'd ever do Star Wars again, and he's like, obviously.
Yes.
And he'll make a case for... and he makes a good case for why Mace would have survived. Mm-hmm. Because Darth Maul's resurrection means literally anyone can survive anything, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, that's an actor being like, obviously I would say yes to doing more Star Wars. What kind of question is that? And then I think this week he said something about he was with Bryce Dallas Howard and said he did specifically say put me in, coach. Which fine. I do love that he likes the character and wants to return to the character, but I do not want to see Mace Windu having survived Revenge of the Sith. It's I know that it could be done well, and again, Maul's proof of that. But resurrecting characters is always just something that like I roll my eyes at, where I'm like, we could do so many other things. We could do something brand new, and exploring an existing character that we thought was dead, and that was a major moment in Anakin's downfall. I'm like, no. But if they brought him back in a flashback capacity, completely different scenario. I'm into that. I would prefer that his return be prior to episode 3 than after.
Yeah.
Then my tune totally changes.
Yes. That would make more sense. I'm almost done. I really like this little camera.
Aki Cheesy, thank you for your super chat. Konnichiwa from Japan. I wish more Star Wars fans in Japan would watch your videos. Need a translator.
Yeah. Konnichiwa.
We'd have to get some Japanese subtitles in there, I guess. Mm-hmm. But thank you. That's wild. I always am surprised to see.
I would love to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Just everything about Tokyo feels very much my vibe, and I would have a lot of fun there.
Than, thank you for your super chat. Favorite Star Wars blaster from anything?
I like Krennic's.
Oh, you like his hipster blaster?
His hipster blaster.
The one you actually have to load?
Yes.
I mean, you have to load all of them, but it has only like 3 shots.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not go basic with the DL44, but I love it. And I honestly really like that it could be turned into a carbine. I like that in Solo.
It's practical.
And it was in a deleted scene, but I liked seeing that I think Han used it first as a carbine, and then Beckett takes it apart and gives just the blaster to Han. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like Bo-Katan's blasters.
I'm trying to remember what they look like.
Are they different?
Is that what they look like? This?
Are they not different from other blasters?
They're probably just Mandalorian blasters, but I honestly don't remember.
They just look cool.
You like a Mandalorian blaster?
She's like, pow, 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 pow. She looks very cool and confident.
Yeah, she does. I'm trying to think of something that's not so basic.
Stop being basic.
I like the A280, the rifle that a lot of rebels use and that Cassian used in Rogue One. That also, see, I like blasters and blaster rifles that can be modified or adjusted to different configurations. That's what Cassian had.
Make my little film canister here.
Deidre Russell, thank you for another super chat. I was more talking about the elegance of the detail on the Elemental Nature collection, especially if you use a darker metal. Do Rancors shed teeth? Let's say yes. Let's say that the tooth on my lightsaber hilt was a baby Rancor tooth and it just fell out.
That just makes me think of a tooth fairy for Rancors. What would that look like? It would look like Boba Fett.
Yeah.
He is the tooth fairy.
That's going to be his new job. When he decides a criminal syndicate is not for him. Do sharks shed teeth? I mean, shark teeth washing up on the beach is a thing, right? Is it because they shed teeth, or do they just fall out? And Rancors, like, I could see them being kind of shark-like.
I'm done.
Nice.
Cute little camera. And it has a film canister, a tiny film canister with it. Although I wish you could open this up and put the film canister in it. That might be asking too much of Lego.
AJ Neb 97 asked if green was our favorite color, and no, this is for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
It's St. Patty's Day, and
I meant to get like some Guinness or we do have Irish whiskey down there, but I can't drink that stuff straight. I would gag. And we didn't have time to like make cocktails, but yeah, I feel like we're not doing our best to celebrate St. Patrick's Day other than wearing green, but at least this way no one pinches us, right?
Yeah, there's no one here to pinch us, but
in the past, if anyone tried to pinch me for not wearing green, I would smack them. I still would if I ever left the house on St. Patrick's Day.
Patrick Dubé sent in a super chat. Thank you, Patrick. Didn't have a message, and below he says that he forgot to write it. Winky face.
Oops. Well, you can put it in the chat.
Yeah, if you want to put it in the chat. Oh, just want to say to enjoy it. Heart. Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
And it has been almost exactly 2 hours. We got an hour and 55 minutes. I forgot we started a little late, but still.
Well, my tummy is
You
growling.
finished yours set, and I finished my bag. And it's time to go eat something.
Mm-hmm. I need protein.
Molly needs her protein. She's been eating a lot. It's crazy. Molly getting swole.
Get out of my way.
Molly's getting swole.
We're gonna arm wrestle in the Lego stream that's right before Celebration. We're gonna arm wrestle.
I'm not confident that I would win that.
This table, I'm not confident in this table's integrity to handle something like that.
It's like in Eternals, just smash right through it.
Yeah.
And it is an IKEA table.
IKEA fall collection.
Yeah, it's an IKEA table, so it makes sense. But thank you all. Patrick, thanks for last chat here says, thanks guys, it's a nice place to chill. Yay. I'm glad. That's exactly what we want. Just hang out, chill out, build some Legos, answer some questions. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us.
Ooh, real quick,
okay.
I want to plug, we're going to be on Video Drew's YouTube channel later tonight, 10 p.m. our time, doing some Battlestar Galactica trivia.
Yeah, getting out into a fandom that we love, but a fandom that we haven't stepped into in a while. We haven't watched Battlestar in a minute, so it'll probably go poorly, but I'm excited to...
These are our first steps into a larger world of trivia.
So yeah, we're going to be doing some different trivia at 10 p.m. Eastern on Video Drew's channel.
And she tagged us in Twitter for that. If you need to find it, just look up Video Drew on Twitter or on YouTube. You'll find it.
And we got one last super chat from Laser Swords. Thank you. Hey y'all, got tickets to Celebration this week. It'll be our first time. Any tips for newbies? We got hit another button for our that's another Q&A question of the week.
Yeah. We got a whole segment on this weekend's Q&A, which will be out on Saturday, that is, I mean, we don't go into super detail, but we give a lot of tips for people who are going to be going to Celebration for the first time.
So let's see. What did we say? We said hydrate, wear comfortable shoes. I said don't freak out too much about getting into the big panels. You're going to miss some of them. It's okay. You're still going to be able to watch them in overflow rooms or in the main convention center, and you're still going to have so much fun watching them. Like, you're still going to be with a big, energetic crowd. So being in the room where it happens isn't that big of a deal usually.
Yeah. Go to some of the smaller panels. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, smaller panels are fun.
Bring a backpack, something that you can keep stuff in. Bring a poster tube if you plan on...
Poster tube was a good one.
If you plan on collecting posters.
Even if you're not going to plan on it, like, there are a bunch of just free posters to take throughout the convention. So if you want to get them home safely, bring a poster tube.
Yeah.
I feel like we quickly covered everything we covered in the Q&A.
We're all going to be wearing masks, but don't hesitate to, like, say hi to people, and, you know, if you see someone you recognize, get their attention. Be like, hi.
Yeah. Like, if you see us walking, just jump in front of us and wave. That's it's like, I don't know how everyone's going to be feeling, like, at a big crowded convention with masks and all that stuff, but like it should be okay.
Should be okay. Yeah.
It's like everyone feels different about contact and stuff. Like I'm sure we're gonna do a meetup of some kind. I don't know how we're gonna handle it exactly with,
or where it's gonna be.
Yeah.
We don't have any details
yeah,
yet.
we'll figure that out. But
yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up and go grab some food. Thank you all again, and we'll be streaming definitely next Tuesday, more Fallen Order, if not before that. But we'll see you next time.